Hare Krishna, this is part 2. So we were describing that looking down from Dhruvaloka, we see the central island, Jambudvip, surrounded by oceans and islands, 7 islands and 7 oceans. And they extend out to the last island called Pushkara Dvip. Pushkara Dvip is described as the sitting place of Brahma. That is in chapter 5, text 29. So we can think that it's possible that Lord Brahma is born on this flower, which is actually a series of lands, oceans, and islands. We can calculate, because in 5th canto we're given the size of these oceans and islands, we can calculate them out to the center of Pushkara Dvip, which is where Manasatara mountain is running around, and that is described in chapter 6, text 13, chapter 5, text 30. Why is this important? Because the Acharyas inform us that that is where the center of Manasatara mountain is the center of the distance from the Earth planet to the sun. That doesn't mean that the Earth is on Jambudvip, nor that the sun is directly on top of Manasatara mountain. The sun is above Manasatara mountain, and that indicates that the Earth is above Jambudvip. But we'll see that more as we go. First of all, let's calculate. Jambudvip is 400,000 miles from its center to its outer boundary. So that we've indicated here 400,000. Its ocean is 800,000. The next island and ocean are 1,600,000 miles times 2, and so on and so forth. They expand just like the shells of the universe expand, so do the islands and oceans expand in size. And as they expand, it comes to 1,274,229,980 miles circumference around the last ocean. But Manasatara is running in the center of Pushkara Dvip, so we have to subtract the ocean, and we have to subtract half of Pushkara Dvip to find the center of Pushkara Dvip, and that gives us 791,681,348.4 miles. This information found in chapter 6, text 13, chapter 5, text 30. The Sweetwater Ocean around Pushkara Dvip is found in chapter 5, text 34. Now, so this distance is the distance from Earth planet to the sun when the sun is traveling around the Earth, crossing our equator. Similarly, it has 23.6 degrees south and 23.6 degrees north. In this way, as the sun, this is the sun here, is moving around the earth, it causes day and night. As it moves up and down, it causes the seasons. The reason that I've placed it above Bhumandala is that the sun is always shining on the top of Meru. That is stated in chapter 6, text 8 and 9. Similarly, the sun is always shining down on the top of Bhumandala, the four cardinal directions where there are demigod settlements. So it must be above here, and it must be above here. In order to create day and night on Earth, Earth must be here. This, of course, is Meru mountain, situated on Jambudvip, where there are, again, four settlements of demigods living there. Next we come to, well, first, before we go on to that, let us show how we calculate the sun. The numbers I've taken here, this is the number we just calculated, 791,681,348.7 miles. This is confirmed in Linga Purana. The next calculation we have is 864 million miles. So we get this figure from the Srimad Bhagavatam, which describes the sun's chariot as 28,800,000 miles long. But the Acharyas and the Vedic system is to multiply the chariot by 30, because there are 30 muhurtas in a day. That comes to 864 million. So that we divide it by 2 and by pi, we get 137,509,870.8, and that is F to E here. We can find out the degree or declination of the planet by dividing 791 million by 864 million. It gives us a decimal point, which is called a cosine. And we can divide 137 million by the cosine, and that gives us A to E. So this is called a right triangle. And that's here, A to E, 150 million miles. That's farther away than any scientist says that the sun ever goes. But Matsya Purana tells us that the sun is absorbing water, drawing water from all over the universe. So it could be that the sun grows, and then as it moves back up, it expels the water. We see here that the sun moves closer to the earth in its southern northern ascent, and it moves further away in its southern descent. And by diagramming, we can know exactly where the sun is, distance of it from us at any time. What I've shown here is the moon. The moon moves 18.25 degrees, at least, sometimes more, as it's moving around the Earth. And we can see by the diagram that although the moon is traditionally seen as closer than the sun, if we draw a line from here to here, sometimes the moon is further away than the sun. So we'll end here and take this up in part 3.